This is the Conversation Havers Podcast with your hosts, Collin Hayes and Trey Cromartie.
Hello, welcome to the 34th episode of the Conversation Havers Podcast. My name is Collin.
My name's Trey.
And we have a guest with us today, Zach Feeney.
A returning guest.
Yeah.
What's up?
And old promoter of the podcast. Or not promoter, but like...
Sponsor.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I did that.
That
was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oof.
I was like hoping...
You got any more of that coffee?
I actually do. I might have some in my car.
Shit. However much you're charging, I'm willing to try some brain coffee.
Yeah. I forgot about that, honestly.
Me too.
Because, like, I remember I called you and I was just like, look, just if anybody buys coffee from, like, because of the podcast, we'll split the profits.
Yeah. Nobody bought me.
Nobody bought me, but also, like, you stopped.
I stopped, like, a couple weeks after.
That's the other thing. With, like, the stickers, I was, like, asked a few people, I was like, yo, do y'all want, like, if we just made, like, stickers or some form of, like, tiny piece of merch, would you buy it? And people were like, yeah, we totally buy it. And no one's buying it.
Oh, yeah. That's always how it is.
And so that's why, like, we're not doing the Tuna's Kind of Gay shirts unless I see buys.
I was never...
If we actually got people to buy it, we could make a product. We could make, not a product, a profit.
It's just fucking stupid. Like,
but that's
who
the
would
point.
want to wear that, like, in
that's
the real
the point,
world?
Though.
I mean, like, I would wear some shit like that, but, like, not a lot of people would, you know?
Yeah, but if, like, we had, like, 4, 5, 6 people be like, yeah, I'd buy a shirt, and, like, we'd each make, like, $10 off of that. Like, I'd be down for it, but if y'all ain't gonna buy stickers, how are we gonna trust y'all to buy shirts? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, it ain't nothing. It's Redbubble. They can buy anything on anything, really.
That's
so
true.
If they wanted a shirt, they could just do that.
Well, actually, I disabled everything but stickers, because the the placement of, like, the logo looked whack on, like, everything but stickers.
Yeah. I feel that. Okay, so I have 2 interesting facts. The first one is the oldest your mama joke was discovered 3,500 years ago on a Babylonian tablet.
Really?
Does it doesn't
say what it said?
Let's see.
Can't just leave that juicy
tidbit. Wait. It says, however, since the tablet has been lost, but the text remains preserved. And then they don't tell me what the text is.
So
am I gonna have to go open another tab and look up first Yo Mama joke?
Chief, like...
Wait, let's see. What's the other one I had? This one's just random as hell. This is the first one. It says banging your head against a wall for an hour burns 150 calories.
Nice.
Like that. Yeah, like that one kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. Who tested that? First of all, and only 150. Like, damn.
I mean, it's not like super strenuous work.
I guess so. Okay, first
how fast you're banging your head too depends how much.
The
probably just like an average.
Like if you're just like going hard for an hour, I'm sure you'll burn more than 150.
Yeah.
But if it's just like a gentle like boom, like just
boop,
I'm sure it won't like burn that many.
Jesus, I hate
would burn for an hour.
Yeah.
Just going ham on it.
Bro, I really, really hate... They're really gonna put, like, the joke at the end of this giant-ass article.
Oh my gosh.
That's always the worst.
Fucking...
Yeah, you're just like... Or
you, like... You open up those, like, Snapchat, like, ads that are, like, interesting stories, and it takes you to, like, a news page. You gotta swipe through, like, 50 different pages to read the whole story.
Okay, I think it says, this particular joke reads, of your mother is by the one who has intercourse with her. Who is it? And then apparently there's no answer.
So it's like a hypothetical question.
Yeah, he said like,
it's
who
just like,
fucked
who?
your mom? what fucked your mom? That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
I feel like jokes like that are like just a staple of like human consciousness. Like you're just gonna.
Well, that's just like ultimate disrespect, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, like, if anybody actually was to do that, like, it would be, you know,
What?
if you were to, like, fuck somebody's mom,
Yeah.
like, that would be just...
I don't know. I've heard of people being cool with that. Like...
But you have, really?
Yeah.
Like, when?
Like, recently. He's like, yeah, he was banging my mom, but we're friends. And I was like, all right. I'm not going to name names, but, you know.
Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, like, there's Roman texts and shit that go back, like, or not text, like graffiti almost, like, that's been, like, chiseled into walls.
Mm-hmm.
That goes back, like, 2,000 years that just says, like, Trophonius is gay.
Well, weren't they all gay back then? Wasn't that, like, a cool thing?
That was more Greeks.
Oh,
I mean, I
shit,
guess
okay.
Romans a little bit.
I'm pretty sure they were gay.
They were probably all gay.
Yeah.
The Romans had all. Well, the Romans had all like the orgies and stuff.
Yeah, that's just because the Romans were wild.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone did. Like, it was just wild. Like, they didn't...
I was about to say, only very recently have orgies become taboo.
Can you imagine, like, talking to a human being from that time? Like, what would they even, like what? Like, how similar would it be? Obviously, if you could communicate with each other, but they still had, like, their mind, you know? But it's like, I don't know.
Like, I think I get what you're, like, getting at. Like,
how would you talk to them? Like, what would it be like? Could y'all get along, or would you just be too different? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's...
I feel like I would just feel like I'm at a trip, like, to the Renfest or something. Like, you know, the Roman kingdom of the Renfest.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the biggest thing, it would be, like, a lot of culture shock.
mm-hmm.
Like, it would just... I mean, imagine, like, right now, just meeting, like, a Japanese person, like... It's
what's
just
up?
so different.
I'd say konnichiwa. Wait, what does that mean?
Hello.
Oh, okay,
In
cool.
Chinese,
Then I'd say that.
Wait, in what?
in Chinese, I'm
That's
pretty sure.
Chinese?
Yeah.
For real?
I'm pretty sure.
No.
No?
I'm pretty sure that's Japanese. No, ni hao.
Yeah, ni hao
hao.
is Chinese. I was about to say, because ni hao kai lan.
Yes, that's the only reason. That is legitimately the only reason I know that.
Also, the...
Children's television really does teach people
Yeah,
shit.
my little brother watched that show when he was growing up, and I just remember there was an episode where they were playing in the snow, and the Chinese word for snow is Shia.
Oh, yeah.
So they were like, look at all this Shia falling from the sky. And I don't know, it was just... I was
the
like
writers
12.
The writers knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they knew what they were
doing.
They knew exactly what they were
It's
doing.
a giant field of shit.
Yeah. So
you saw Star Wars last night, huh?
Oh, I did, yeah. So...
General thoughts?
General thoughts, without getting into spoilers. So I guess our...
Is that a general in the movie, like a
General
like a
thought.
a female general?
Yes. No, so I guess during our actual review, we'll just go almost straight into spoilers. If I'm gonna give some thoughts here.
Sure, you gotta be if you're only a Star Wars fan, you gotta catch that episode first, or this episode first.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so general thoughts were, it's probably pretty easily the best of the sequel trilogy.
Really? Okay.
It also,
because everyone's calling it trash right out of the gate without even seeing.
I haven't seen anybody.
I've literally heard a ton of people just trashing
I know
it.
Rotten Tomatoes has a poor rating on Rotten Tomatoes. I've seen a lot of the opposite of what happened with The Last Jedi, where the critics are a little more trashing it, but the fans are like, okay, this is actually better. Now, there's still going to be fans that are going to trash it right out of the gate, probably without even seeing the movie, because they're just like, they hate Disney. They're going to hate anything that the sequels put out.
Yeah.
Which, for those people, just whatever.
So, yeah.
Like, if that floats your boat, good for you. But no, I think it's a very solid movie. It makes me dislike Episode 8 a lot more.
Really?
Because it's just painfully obvious that, like, J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson had completely separate visions.
Oh, yeah.
And so it feels like you have two setup movies, and there's just not enough time in the third movie to fully justify both of them.
Really?
So the pacing is very just like, they They have too much to get done.
Is it as lightning fast as episode 7? Because that was the first thing I remember. The number one thing I remember from that. It was just like how breakneck that movie's pace is.
I would say it is.
Okay.
But the actual contents of the movie are amazing. And given the circumstances, I think J.J. Abrams did as good as he could do. Like, he had to... Episode 8 just didn't do as good of a job answering all the questions and setting up all the things that it needed to.
Like what?
That would get into spoilers.
Oh, okay.
But it spends too much time...
Well, you don't have to, like, give us the answer, but, like, what questions? Or is that even
that
too...
would be a spoiler. I'm going to just very much keep away from any spoilers.
Okay.
But, like... It's just one thing. This isn't a spoiler, but like, it's pretty obvious Palpatine was never meant to be the villain in Episode 9.
Yeah, definitely.
It's pretty obvious. JJ always planned for it to be a new thing. So then, when Rian Johnson killed Snoke in Episode 8, he was just like, "Oh fuck!" Like, fuck it, Palpatine. You know? Like,
really. If they hadn't brought him back, who would be the main threat of Episode 9?
Yeah.
Like,
because
Boba Fett comes out of the Sarlacc.
Yeah, who knows? But anyway, so it's a very good movie. I would rate it about, on its own, like probably 8.5 out of 10. But given the circumstances, like, and given the potential that it had to rise up to, I would say it's like a 9.5.
So, do you think if Star Wars was to like end here, would you be satisfied with it? Or?
I would be. It's a good ending.
Okay, to the entire story?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
I think it's a good ending. Now, I've already gone on record saying I don't think that's the end.
No, it can't be.
2 reasons. No, one is because in 10 to 15 years, that Episode 10 money is going to come calling.
Yeah.
And 2, just because, like... I think Star Wars should be a generational thing. And I've already gone into that in previous episodes, but like I think it should be once a generation. Everyone should get their own iteration of Star Wars.
Yeah, it should rhyme.
Sure, yeah. I just think that's really cool. So, but yeah, overall I'd say the movie is very good. You should watch it. I partially agree with what the critics are saying on like why they would give it what they gave it on like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that, because on its own it is very rushed.
Yeah.
And
it feels a little bit disconnected.
Yeah. And so, but when you take everything into consideration, I think it is about... I can nitpick a little bit. I think the movie should have been like 30 minutes longer.
Really?
Honestly, I think it's a little bit comparable to Game of Thrones in that like there was just too much story wrapped up too fast.
Okay.
Except this movie makes Episode 8 feel like Episode 7.5, and then they just skipped 8.
Really?
That's what it makes it feel
So
like.
it feels more like a sequel to 7.
Yes and no.
Okay. But
yeah, I would say that it's like... I'm going to say this, I don't know if it's going to make sense. It is... This movie makes Episode 8 look like it should be a Rogue One type movie next to the actual Episode 8. Like...
Oh, like a kind of like a spin-off, but like not really part of the... Okay.
That's what... There are a few major plot elements that in Episode 8, like the death of Snoke, the death of Luke Skywalker, that obviously are episodic-sized events.
Yeah.
So those would have to be in Episode 8, but a lot of the smaller plot details really could have been like a prequel to Episode 8 in a way.
Interesting. It's like I'm trying to put it all together, but obviously...
It's just because, for the sole fact that it feels like there's a movie missing, and that would have made it easier for episode 9 to be made.
See, you think if like JJ would have just handled the whole trilogy?
Yeah, and it sucks because he was offered that, but he turned it down due to scheduling things.
Yeah.
And then as soon as episode 7 came out, he was like, I regret that so much. And he got the chance to do 9 because Collin Trevorrow sucks, and I don't know why they were going to give him a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't, because I would not want to see Collin Trevorrow's episode 9.
No, that was my thought from the very beginning. Like, even I'm you know me, I'm not mega enthusiastic. Like, I'm pretty sure I will enjoy it. You know what I mean? Which is all I'm really looking for. But it's like Collin Trevorrow. It's like, yeah, that was just a horrible, horrible choice.
Yeah, I'm very glad that they changed that.
So,
but they lay the fan service on thick.
Oh, I'm sure.
But not like overwhelmingly thick.
Yeah.
But like a good amount.
Okay. So, what do you? Are you a big Star Wars guy or?
Oh yeah, I was supposed to go see it last night with my roommate, but plans ended up changing and stuff. I've been watching I've been trying to rewatch all the movies before I go see it and stuff.
Yeah.
Just to refresh my memory because it has been a couple of years.
Yeah.
But definitely I've been into The Mandalorian a lot lately.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Trey,
know
have you watched it yet?
No.
I've watched it. Bro.
Were you expecting me to say yes?
No. I know you too well to think that Look, what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to go over to your house
and sit me down.
Sit you down and watch the first 3-4 episodes with you. Shit, I'll watch it all with you, but at the very least the first few episodes, and then hope that catches on and you watch the rest yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to borrow my friend's Dill's phone.
I'll just give you my Disney Plus account.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, well then that'll work.
Split the price with me though.
Split the price?
It's $8.
It ain't worth it. I'll just watch it on my I'll just watch it on my friend's phone.
Okay, fine. No, whatever.
That's $4 a month.
Yeah. That's a whole $4.
Whatever. I'll let you use it for the Mandalorian, then I'm changing the password. How about that?
That's fine.
Okay. But it's so good. I wish we could talk about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, y'all could just spoil it.
I don't want to spoil it.
I don't.
Though.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it because it's so good. But definitely, it's one of my favorite things because I've loved the story of the bounty hunters. I feel like that's a cool plot line.
Those 5 bounty hunters from the OG trilogy,
Empire.
Yeah.
Well, not even that, but just any bounty hunters.
Yeah, any of the bounty hunters are. It's badass.
I mean, even the Clone Wars bounty hunters. There's a Clone Wars arc where. Have you seen the Clone Wars?
No. It's been. I saw the movie whenever I was a kid.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I don't know too much about it.
So there's a Clone Wars arc where it's centered completely around bounty hunters, where essentially Obi-Wan fakes his own death because he's going on an undercover mission. Mm-hmm. And so he infiltrates as this new bounty hunter, and it's I forget who exactly it is, but some guy's putting together a gang of the elite of the elite bounty hunters to take out Palpatine. Because at the time Palpatine's the good guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, somebody, I think it might even be Count Dooku, is putting together this elite team of bounty hunters, and they have to go through this. They all get tested in this thing, this gauntlet called the box, to see who's the best of the best.
Boys, we're gonna put you in a box.
Yeah. But it's a pretty amazing episode, and it has a lot of really awesome bounty hunters in it.
Okay.
Cad Bane. Y'all know who Cad Bane is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He's the blue guy that wears the cowboy hat type deal with the red eyes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He looks like a Destroy All Humans.
Yeah.
Type a little bit.
But yeah, he's super dope from the Clone Wars era.
Okay.
But the bounty hunting scene in Star Wars is just one of the coolest aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I've personally always just the X-wing fights. You know what I mean? That's I've always playing Star Wars or Star Fox 64 as a kid. Mm-hmm. It's damn space battles. That is fucking awesome.
Ooh,
yeah.
Yeah. No, those are. I don't know. There's just so many. I'm gonna try not to make this an entire like Star Wars thing, but like there's so many aspects of Star Wars for different people to like, love.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? It's really cool.
And that's what that like not to continue with Star Wars, but I'm going to. But anyways, like that's kind of cool how like they're changing it from like Star Wars kind of began as like the original like Luke Skywalker like trilogy, like the New Hope and all that. And like now that they're like branching it off into like so many different things, like you got the Clone Wars, now you got the Mandalorian and stuff. It's cool that they can like create like a whole like universe out of it, kind of like how like Marvel and stuff. I like how they're doing that.
And how like you can take different takes on Star Wars. Like the prequels are political thrillers. The Mandalorian is just like a straight up Western. Like you just do so many things with it. It's awesome.
Yeah,
but
I love the political thrill of the prequels. I want to rewatch those. I don't know.
Here's the thing.
They're political thrillers, but like
they're bad political thrillers.
Yes, like about boring politics, like
the episode 1 crawl. It's the episode 1 opening crawl. It's like the Trade Federation has put a blockade on the planet of Naboo, and it's just like holy shit, like. We are getting into bureaucracy, and we haven't even started the damn trilogy yet.
Yeah.
But no, I've gotten a lot higher on the prequels in recent years. To the point where I'd say I even like Episode 3 more than I like Solo. So I'd say Episode 3, when you watch it, it's like... It's still got the goofiness of the first 2 episodes, but it's a lot more, like, few and far between.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more enjoyable. I know people that would argue that Episode 3 is the best Star Wars movie of all of them, to which I would say no.
Yeah, just sorry. Like
I can get why you would enjoy it that much, but at the same time,
you can enjoy movies more than other movies.
You can enjoy whatever the hell you want, but like,
if you're talking actual filmmaking, like, there's better.
Yeah.
Empire. But whatchamacallit, that's just always been my favorite.
Yeah, and so we can get a lot more into Star Wars once we do our Episode 9 review. But we were talking before this a little bit. Y'all don't know what the Principality of Sealand is.
No, I don't.
Alright, so it's kind of like a wild story. Basically, there was this guy, I believe he was from like London or some shit, and he was just like, yo, I want to start my own country.
I think I may have heard something about this. Did he build it out of trash?
No.
Okay.
So he found these guys that ran a radio station out in the middle of the ocean and like on
an island?
No.
Oh.
It was just like literally like a big, like, you know, have you ever been out in the Gulf of Mexico? You know the oil rigs?
Yeah.
It's like on one of those, except it was technically an international water, so there were these guys there that would just broadcast shit to the UK from this station, but since it was international waters, they didn't have to abide by any laws. And so basically this guy who's like, fuck it, I want my own country, he like buys that little like island dealio, whatever.
So he's just a billionaire or something.
Not a billionaire, but like a millionaire. I mean... We are talking about like
buying an island.
No, it's not. It's a platform in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, well, shit. That's still got to be pretty expensive.
I mean, yeah, it was still probably like about $1 million or so. We could probably look up the exact amount.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like stupid expensive.
Okay.
So he buys this off the radio guys, and he just says, "Fuck all y'all. This is my new country. It's called Sealand."
Okay.
And just everyone is like, "Okay, this is a joke. Whatever." And this guy goes on for a while, and he always, like, he makes it a tourist destination, and he's always, like, parading himself around as, like, I'm the king of Sealand, and stuff like that. And then one day, I forget exactly why, but some terrorist group goes to Sealand and, like, holds these guys hostage. And this is where it gets kind of weird. This guy, for just no absolute reason, is a total badass and ends up turning it on the terrorist group and capturing them.
So this is Captain Phillips. He did this.
Basically.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah. he turns it on them and he captures the terrorists. So the Germans, these terrorists are German citizens. So the Germans send 2 diplomats to Sealand to negotiate the release of these terrorists so they could be, like prosecuted in the German courts.
Mm-hmm.
And on complete accident and against their will, accidentally recognized Sealand as an official country in doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
So New Zealand was created by accident.
No.
Wait. Oh wait. No. Zealand. Hold up.
CSEA.
Oh, Sealand. I'm like. Wait a second. New Zealand was okay. I'm caught up now.
Sealand.
Okay.
Like sea land.
Oh, that doesn't even make any sense, but it does because it's land in the middle of the sea.
Yeah, it's
That's
not even really
wild.
land, but yeah. So it's just
so
like,
this little like oil rig thing got recognized as a country
on complete accident, but by the Germans sending official diplomats to negotiate the release of those people, they accidentally recognized Sealand as a country.
So they can't say psych?
Yeah, basically. They've tried to say psych, but if you send diplomats...
Why do they not want to make this man have a country? Like,
because
what's their
then
problem?
they have to, like, recognize him and shit.
Man, recognize that man.
But there are also, like, tons of little island nations across the world that are, like... That's Sealand.
Is that where those 2 people got murdered?
Who?
But those 2, like, random-ass people that got killed by, like, islanders who are, like, secluded from...
over by India?
Yeah, I forgot what that island is called. Yeah, that's, like, the missionary dude.
Yeah, no, but is that one of the... Was that on one of those islands, or what?
No.
Oh, okay.
But there are a lot of islands that aren't officially recognized as countries, but they call themselves their own countries because no actual country is going to come out there to, like,
they don't really
claim
care
them because there's only, like, 200 guys on an island that are like, fuck you guys, this is my island. It's a country. I'm naming it fucking Collin Land.
I'm going to do that one day.
Yeah, so, like, if you really just want to be, like, land claims are not as complicated as you think.
Yeah, you just be a squatter, right?
Yeah, like, I want to say I heard a story, too, about, like, this little girl who was like, I want to be a princess, Dad. And her dad was like, I bet. And he found this chunk of land that is being disputed by 2 countries in, like, Asia.
Right now?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because basically what it is 2 countries want one piece of land and don't want another piece of land. And each country has, like, a conflicting constitution that says the other country owns the land.
Mm-hmm.
So both countries occupy the land that they both say is theirs, and neither of them occupy the land that they don't want, because they know if they occupy the land that they don't want, the other country is going to be like, yo, you claimed it, this is ours now, fuck you.
Well, sounds like it's about time to play Fortunate Son and flying on some helicopters.
Yeah, so anyway, this little girl and her dad comes in, and they're just like, fuck it, no one wants it, this is our land, and she's like, I am the princess of this land. And, yeah. That's like, I just saw it on the news one day, but it's an actual thing that happened.
So what did the 2 countries were like, oh, drats, she got it.
Well, the 2 countries can't say shit, because if one of them says, oh, it's ours, then the other country is going to be like, fuck you, this is ours then. So, like...
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a whole complicated... So that little girl is the president of...
The princess.
The princess.
Don't get it twisted, bro.
The princess of...
I don't know what it's called.
Uzbekistan.
That's a real country.
Yeah.
I mean...
I didn't stutter.
Does anybody... anybody even know what's in Uzbekistan?
Uzis. Jacuzzis.
Slightly Russian people.
I
mean, that's kind of how, like, Georgia is, and Uzbekistan was, like, a Russian territory.
I bet...
Soviet, wasn't it, too?
I think.
Yeah.
It's like a cross between Soviet and, like, Iraqi or something.
Yeah.
I bet somewhere in Uzbekistan, someone is eating, like, some sort of, like, tortilla-rolled meat sandwich roll thing.
Like
I bet
pita
someone's...
wrap?
Yes, with some meat in it. I bet they're eating that right now.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I know, right?
Some goat.
I'm a genius.
Goat or lamb. maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
some goat meat. Goat meat's good.
Yeah, I was about to
goat
say,
meat's really good.
like,
it's like really, really
no
good.
joke, goat meat is fucking amazing. I don't know why it's...
They're the goat. Like,
Yeah. I don't know why we're not out here eating more goat meat. Like,
since you said Wagyu beef, that's something that's on my list now.
Wagyu beef.
Before I go vegan
Wagyu
in my late 30s.
You're gonna go vegan in your late 30s?
Yeah, man.
Any particular reason why?
Shit, man. Just gotta save the planet. But I want to enjoy meat until then.
Yeah. So you don't know what Wagyu beef
The
is?
fuck is Wagyu beef?
Oh, bro, I gotta tell this whole thing.
Alright, no.
No, I'm gonna let Trey do it.
Oh, shit.
I want you...
Okay.
I want to hear your, like...
From what I remember...
From what you remember that I said. I want to hear
Okay,
what
so
you
I'm pretty sure it's Japanese cow... It's beef, but it's like... It's baby cow meat, and it's...
Oh.
It's really... They beat it up. Like, they really beat it up. They really
You
beat
said
it
that
up.
as I was swallowing water, and I had to do my hardest not to do a spit take.
On your computer.
That's why I turned away.
No, but they really tenderize it, and man, apparently it's just they feed them like the really good grass, you know what I mean, like before they make them into the burger, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And apparently they like get to like inside their little cow cell where they chill every night. After chilling in the pasture all day, they get to go home and just like eat on their good grass and get to sleep on like a real bed. So they get like massages. So the cows.
So these cows are like pampered.
Yes. And then apparently, so the meat tastes like way better because the cow was really happy. And it's called Wagyu.
You got most of that right, except the abused child part.
Abused child.
Abused
You said that they beat them as when they're babies.
No, I was talking about tenderizing the meat. Oh, wait, did I say beating? I think I meant to say, wait, are they baby cows or do they let,
baby cows
how
are
old?
veal.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's
yeah.
when
I got
they
that
come out
mixed
of the
up.
womb and then just instantly just...
No, yeah, they don't.
That's the thing, Zach. I can see that face of horror.
I know that I know what like veal is, but like I didn't know it just like
I don't know if it's that
like
because
dramatic.
I think
but,
that
like,
was South Park did a thing where
Yeah.
they depicted veal and
Yeah,
that's
there's
what
that-
they depicted.
Mhm.
So that's my knowledge of veal right there.
Damn.
But yeah, no, they're massaged, they're fed, they get to sip sake, and they're fed like the best grains and like
so
apparently
they're
they
happy
even
drunk cows.
yeah, and apparently they even like listen to like Beethoven and shit the whole time.
God damn, them cows are living a better life than me.
Yeah, but they kill them
But they're
like
short-lived.
I think they kill them
Yeah.
on their third birthday, which a cow is mature by its third birthday.
Okay.
But so I think they kill them on their third birthday because they're just like, all right, like this is the prime of the animal, just cut the head off.
With a samurai sword.
Yeah,
And it's a very honorary service. They have like candles lit. They're inside of a monastery, and they
the
just
cow
like,
gets to have a last meal of its choice.
bro.
Grass.
Yeah.
What else do cows know?
I mean, you're right.
I mean, can they eat other shit? Like, what can cows eat?
So the reason why American beef is so fucking horrible for you is because they feed cows corn. Because they're just like, we got all this fucking corn. We don't know what to do with it. Why not just give it to cows? And cows' bodies aren't made to digest corn. So it like gives them these horrible like digestive diseases.
Well, that's the cow's fault.
Yes.
Why don't they adapt? Why don't they figure out how to like corn? I figured it out.
But cows' bodies don't digest corn correctly, so they get all like these horrible digestive diseases. So then we just like inject them with fuck tons of antibiotics because we're just like fuck it, like they got
We're
these
awesome.
diseases. And then they literally have to stick their hands. Like if you've ever seen a picture of like somebody post a picture of like their arms like elbow deep in a cow's ass, that's why. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like. I bet you could find some country girl that's just like working on my cow and she's just like shoulder deep in
Wait,
cow
so
ass.
what is that for?
They're like helping the cow digest the corn because it's not
So
fucking
they're-
made to digest corn.
So they're digging it out.
Basically.
Pushing it along the path.
Okay, I'm not going to claim that I know what they're doing when they're elbow deep in cow ass, but I mean...
That's intense. That's
yeah.
fucking intense. Because can a cow kick you like a horse can?
Maybe.
Or are they too fat?
I don't know. I've never felt threatened by cows.
They're too oblongly made.
Yeah. I have been chased by a herd of cows.
Really? That's scary.
Yeah, I was on a golf cart, and I was like 12, and I was just fucking with them. And all of a sudden, like...
Where was this?
I used to have a deer lease.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, the guy that like actually lived on and tended the lease for us fucking hated me because of this. Because I'd always fuck with the cows, and granted, that was kind of a shitty thing to do.
And you were a little kid.
Yeah, but I was like 11 or 12, and my dad was like, sure, Collin, you could drive the... Well, it was a Polaris, so it was... Do you know
it
what
was
that...
kind of fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a four-wheeler golf cart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Specifically made for hunting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm driving it around, and I'm just pissing off these cows. And all of a sudden, like, 10 of them just start running after me, and I'm just like, fuck. And so I drive over the cattle guard and just, like, wait there, like, what now, bitches? Like, what are y'all gonna do? Get stuck? So...
Did they get stuck?
No, they just kind of stopped. They were just like, alright, you win this time. But...
That would have been great if just like 10 cows just got stuck in a cattle guard right there.
Yeah, then the ranch hand would have actually... he would have actually murdered me. Like... I don't even want to think about that. Because that guy had a contentious relationship with, like, my dad and his friend who leased the place already. Because, like, they were... As part of his, like, payment, him and his son could each shoot, like, a deer.
Per year?
Yeah, like one per year. And we were like, okay. It was out of season one time. And we were just like, okay, so you can't shoot any deer. And then this guy was like, okay. And then we like suspected that him and his son went out hunting and they bow hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So then we come back like a few months later for the start of deer season and none of us have been there yet.
Yeah.
And this deer just walks out there that has a literal fucking arrow still in it. And we're just like, motherfucker, this dude went hunting. Like,
yeah.
Like, this guy didn't finish the kill, and now there's a deer with a fucking arrow in it. And...
Now we gotta eat him.
I don't know if we killed it or not.
Why wouldn't you?
I wasn't there for that. That was my dad and his friend that saw that.
I mean, at that point, like, it's got an arrow in him.
Yeah.
Like...
Also, like, that's not the part of hunting. Like, you don't let animals suffer like that when
Yeah.
you're hunting. Like, hunting is all about, like, the most natural way to get meat, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like you're letting these animals, like, live and have a happy life rather than sticking your arm up their ass and making them eat corn that they weren't made to eat like we do with cows.
Yeah, you like that cow?
Yeah.
I wonder if they do. I wonder how that is for them.
Most of them don't seem to mind it in pictures I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they're just so large, like, it just doesn't even affect them. They have, like, 3 brains or some shit.
They have... I think they have 4 stomachs.
Yeah.
They have 3 brains. Jesus Christ. Cows would be taking over humans at that point.
That's why Indians fuck with them.
3-headed cows.
Yes.
Bro.
That'd scare the shit out of me.
I don't know.
It'd be 9 brains.
Buttholes have to be the same thing.
What?
You heard me.
No, wait, what?
I heard some buttholes
I
have
said
to be...
cow buttholes and prison buttholes have to be the same thing. Like,
I mean, yeah, both buttholes.
but like,
I feel like...
in elasticity...
Bro, why don't they just bring a cow into prison?
I feel like... I'm just imagining just a cow sitting in the showers, just like minding its own business.
Some dude just walks up, you drop the soap.
Yeah, I mean...
I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something else.
Wagyu beef, bro.
Wagyu
Wagyu
beef.
beef.
No.
I think this is the 3rd episode we've talked about Wagyu beef.
You know, there's consistent themes in our podcast that rhymes. Like,
Of course.
Like every episode rhymes.
Are you just gonna keep saying that?
Yes. Do you know what that's from, right?
It's Mark Twain. History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes.
No. No,
That's
it's
an actual Mark Twain quote.
I'm talking about George Lucas. Like, it's like this behind the scenes, and we're back on fucking Star Wars, but what you call it? Like, it's like behind the scenes, and he's like trying to justify episode 1. He's like, the story, it rhymes. Like, I don't know. That shit's funny.
Yeah, I mean, he has a point, but just coming from George Lucas working on episode 1, it's kind of hilarious.
And that, like, I don't even know how long it is, but it's like 45 seconds of him holding like a little 3D model of Dexter Jetster, and he's just like, and there's like a group of people around it just like watching him, and he's just sitting there looking at.
This is the epitome of animation. I don't know if I've actually ever heard George Lucas speak, so I usually
really.
Yeah.
I mean, I
need to watch the documentary.
I don't have, like, specific memories of, like, what his voice sounds like, so I just do, like, a slightly altered Nick Cage, usually.
I can kind of...
Like a deeper Nick Cage.
Deeper.
That's what I usually do to impersonate George Lucas.
No, well, like, I can tell you right now, he's like... Disney, the white slant. Man.
Because Nick Cage...
Now that I'm thinking about it... and I have something caught in my throat.
What were you saying, Zach?
It does sound like a deeper Nick Cage, though.
Yeah. Because Nick Cage is
You're
like,
right.
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. And George Lucas is like, well, it's like, you know, you just
That's
gotta
more
do
Nick.
animation.
That's more Nick Cage.
It is?
Yeah. I thought
I'm
that
just
was Nick
telling
Cage
you-
in the room.
Oh, damn. Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Where
Hey,
you
Collin.
Hey, so I'm thinking we just have a little intermission here. Where I just shake this little Whataburger water.
Bro, knock yourself
ASMR
out.
section.
ASMR. We do ASMR on the podcast a lot. Just go for it.
Okay.
That's enough. I hope that got your tingles going, audience.
Your tingles.
You've never watched an ASMR video?
No, I
That's what they
haven't.
always say. They're like, I'm gonna help you get tingles.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's fucking
I'm not a fan.
No.
I'm really not.
I've said it before. I've watched it a few times, but it's just like, I have to watch a dude because it's so creepy. If it's a girl, it's just like weirdly sexual and it makes me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So like occasionally I'll watch a dude, but then that also is kind of gay.
I've seen the one with the dude eating the mac and cheese. Have you seen that?
I can't
Fucking
listen to
weird.
those.
Yeah.
With people eating, they're like, oh, it just puts me right to sleep, and it's just some bitch crunching on a pickle like.
That one you're talking about is my favorite. The lady just eating the pickle. That shit is so funny.
It's like you listen to this as you're going to sleep, or like one of the most popular like ASMR YouTubers or whatever is like this 13-year-old girl, and it's fucking creepy because I know that page is just filled with pedophiles.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like it might just be like one or two people that are like, "Oh, this is good ASMR."
Yeah,
Put
I'm
me
sure.
right to sleep, and then like the
Well,
other,
how much views does she get?
She has like 1 million subscribers, and
that's not
then
good.
the other like 1 million people watching it are just like,
Yeah, that's just not good.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
yeah, like. But no, I just can't listen to any female ASMR people because it just feels sexual and it's just awkward and I can't sleep.
That's what I listen to like music for.
Really?
Yeah, for like relaxing and I don't know if I'm gonna be listening to noises.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Just sounds like. I mean, if anything, like nature sounds. I feel like something verbal is a little bit like. It like leads you in a specific direction, whereas like sounds is more general, I guess.
I like to listen to like some like guided meditations.
Yeah.
Those are really cool.
Yeah.
Zach, you might know these from camp, but like the liturgists, like the guys who do the Havel, like everything is nothing video.
Yeah.
Vapor, where it's like everything is vapor. It all means nothing.
That seems a little bit like, I don't know.
It's based off the book of Ecclesiastes, so it's supposed to be a little like, it's not supposed to be depressing, but it's supposed to be like sobering and put you in like a more like eternal perspective, like mindset type deal.
Interesting. Talk about like the world compared to the afterlife or something.
No, not even that. Like, it's just like, look, they bring up the pale blue dot, the picture where it's like they asked a orbiter or like a satellite that was going past Saturn to turn around and take a picture of Earth. Mm-hmm. And it's just this tiny blue dot, like in this light beam. Yeah. And that's Earth. And so, like, they talk about that and they're like, you have to have perspective. Like, you are nothing in this universe. Yeah. But then they bring it back to, like, a theological thing where they're like, but that means you should, like, lay up your treasures in heaven because, like, you don't get Earth for that long. Like, you're here, you're gone. Yeah. So, like, this doesn't matter. Yeah. So, if you're a Christian, it can be kind of uplifting. Mm-hmm. If you're an atheist, it's probably existentially terrifying. Yeah. Even as a Christian, if you go in with, like, the wrong mindset, it's a little existentially terrifying. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, it's really cool, and, like, if I'm in, like, the right mood to, like, listen to it and stuff like that, it helps me relax a lot.
Did we ever end up actually talking about Modern Warfare?
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Do you like Modern Warfare, Zach?
Love Modern Warfare. Yeah. I haven't been able to play it because some update, I don't have enough.
That game takes up a lot of space. I had to delete literally most of the games on my PS4 just to have it. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, no, we have like 2 games on the PS4 and I still don't have enough room.
How much storage does it have?
I have no idea. It's my roommate's.
Yeah.
I don't know, like 133 megabits or something. Yeah. Gigabytes, something.
Yeah. I have 2 Xboxes in here, and the reason why is because this old Xbox had like 200 gigs, which was good when Xbox Ones first came out, but then when games got so big, it was just like, I have like 5 games on that old Xbox. My new Xbox is 1 terabyte of storage, so it's like, I've got like 20 games on it, and it's like halfway.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know how much my Xbox has, but I have like 13 games downloaded and it's still got space, so I don't know how much that is.
I have a 5 terabyte.
Jesus.
5 terabyte?
Yeah, it's my external hard drive.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like a 5 terabyte plus the one that came with it, so it's like 6. So I have like 170 something games on my Xbox. No, not 170. Like probably about 100 that are installed.
Yeah. But you can just go and choose from.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just cycle through.
Yeah, actually, y'all's 2 accounts are the only accounts that are linked to my Xbox.
Really?
So like, I have all y'all's games and I can download them to my Xbox.
Hey, when I'm not playing them, you can play any of my games. Okay. Just don't. That wouldn't affect my save files, right?
I don't think so.
No, it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with Xbox, what you have to be doing is you have to be, like, if you want my games or, like, his games, you have to set your Xbox as our home Xbox. That will allow you to play, like, the games that we have and stuff. But, like, just by having the account on there, it may say you have, like, the games and stuff, but you're not going to be able to access them unless...
I think I can access them if I'm on your account.
Yeah.
And then if it's the home Xbox, I can access them even on my account.
Yeah.
Hey, if all else fails, you can always hit up Xbox support on Twitter.
Yeah. Be like, hey, this is going wrong. Give me Modern Warfare.
Buy it for me.
Oh, dude, I went to Fry's the other day to get Modern Warfare because I have a $50 Fry's gift card, and I'm not like... I used to be super broke. I was super broke for a while. I've got a little bit of money now, but I'm not like gonna drop $60 on Modern Warfare just cause.
Yeah.
Quite yet. So I'm like, okay, I've got this $50 gift card. I just go to Fry's, pay $10 for it. Mm-hmm. I go into Fry's and it looks like the apocalypse has hit, because it was like a half after Black Friday.
Damn.
So yeah, it's just like.
And Fry's is so damn big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, the fries by our house. I don't know. You might have seen it, Zach.
The NASA one?
Yeah, it looks like the fucking space station. And it has, in the middle of it, just for shits and giggles, an actual life-size International Space Station inside of it.
Really?
Yeah.
That entire thing? They can't have fit the whole thing in there. Did they?
They did.
Wow. I never realized that.
If you go inside, like the outside just looks like this huge space station capsule. But if you go inside, they have like an actual model.
Oh, shit.
In there. And then they have like an IKEA style like cafe in there too.
Yeah, that shit's lit.
Dang.
I always wanted to plan a bank robbery in that thing.
In fries?
Yeah.
In the fries cafe.
Yeah.
I was about to say, there's not really any cafes here.
Cafe? I mean...
Cafes are more of like a city thing.
I don't know. I feel like there's a couple.
I feel like cafes are mainly like... They're low-key.
They're really
like,
just restaurants.
Yeah, they're there, but like... You don't really, like, hear about a lot of, like, cafes.
Bro, y'all want to hit up a cafe after this?
I'm down to hit up a
Maybe.
cafe.
I'm not really that hungry. I ate right before
Bro,
I came
you
here.
ate?
Yeah.
Dude, how inconsiderate of you.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm down to go hit up a mall or something.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hit up Grimaldi's.
Ooh, I was...
Yeah, there's a real good pizza place at the mall by here called Grimaldi's. It's like... Their claim to fame is that they have water filters that make the water just like the water in Brooklyn.
What?
And they use that water to make their pizza dough. And that's...
Authentic Italian Brooklyn style pizza.
So, I don't know what that accent was.
Was that not Brooklyn?
That was in between.
You got it a little bit at the end. I don't know what that first part was. It was almost like Australian.
Damn.
That's the only accent I can do.
Yeah.
Any other accent I try, it always ends up Australian.
It is always funny when you start on one accent and it slowly morphs into another.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Russian is a big one. Things just turn Russian.
I always morph Russian into Irish.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know
I
why.
can't even do Irish convincingly. Like,
I can't do it convincingly, but like, I'm not going to do it now because I can't do it when I'm pressured.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
If I'm going to do an accent when I'm pressured, I have to have like rehearsed that accent for a while. Like we did back in the theater days.
I just have to hit it really good the first time. Like Australian, I can hit like very convincingly and like very well, but I have to like not be thinking about it and just kind of like, do it. Like yeah.
That's how it was. I went last episode or 2 episodes ago. You started going Australian, and I tried, and I said 2 words, and I was like, nope, not happening. Like, put too much thought into it. It's
Damn. What I really need to know, like a couple things. Whenever I move into a bigger place, eventually, I want to get one pinball machine. I could get a pinball machine from my place now.
Yeah,
but like
you have like nothing in your house.
Since I have furniture. I have furniture.
Since you got the new couch, it's been better. But it's like, you had for the first like 2 months you lived there.
Yeah.
Or have you even lived there for 2 months? How long have you lived there?
It's been about 2 months.
Okay. So for the first month and a half you lived there, the only pieces of furniture in your entire house was the 2-person love seat and your little dresser.
Yeah.
I guess if you count the mattress on the floor as furniture, you had 3.
And my mattress in my room.
It's gotten a little better since then. You have like a desk and...
Oh, I got another table today.
Couch. You got another table, bro? Mm-hmm.
Damn. Another coffee table.
Damn.
It's fucking lit.
Is it like bigger?
Yeah, it's longer. And
longer. So a real that one was like a side table that we used as a coffee table. Yeah, furniture talk here on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite type of furniture, Zach? No pressure.
I just put on a lot of pressure. I forgot all the names of types of furnitures.
I think something in a corner right here that fits perfectly in the corner, and then it's kind of like a shelf, and it's got like little rounded levels on it. I'm
a fan of a good ottoman.
Ooh, yeah.
Are those the little tiny seats that you put your feet on?
Yeah. Some people put them in front of bed. Some people put them in front of like a big chair. But yeah, it's almost like a table, chair, footrest deal.
Have you heard of a Skillshare?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We should get a sponsor from them, and then we use one of their classes on the podcast, and we learn interior design.
Bro.
And then we become interior designers on the podcast.
Bro, have you seen, we're in my new room. I think I've got interior design down.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I did all this today.
Not bad.
Actually, my stepdad did it with a lot of screws in a drill, but I designed it.
It's conventional, but like it works. Let's see. You could definitely have like a table here.
Yes.
Or a pinball machine. Wait, since you've already got a table on that side, I say pinball machine right here.
I used to have a pinball machine, RIP, don't know what happened to it.
Yeah. Did that just vanish without a trace?
I think my parents sold it. I really liked it and I used it.
Mm-hmm. We used that ho hella.
Yeah. That ho hella.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I'm a 2019 Zoomer. What is Zoomer? Because apparently that's a thing now.
It's Gen Z.
Are we Gen Z?
We're close.
We're the new. They're naming themselves like the new boomers, the Zoomers.
Who comes up with these fucking official names? Like,
I don't know. Gen Z is just Gen Z right now. Me and Trey, we're right on the gap of Millennial and Gen Z. We relate to both, but we're really neither.
Yeah.
I'm on the gap.
You're a little closer to Gen Z.
Wait,
I'm 19.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You look older than me.
No, I think my generation is like at the very beginning of Gen Z, but
yeah, because you were born in 2000.
Yeah.
So it's like
I was at the I just missed Millennials.
Yeah, because I don't even know how to categorize it.
Yeah, I'm lost in all of that stuff.
Like, yeah, I've heard that until about 95 is Millennial, then after is Gen Z. I've also heard until 2000 is Millennial, and then after is Gen Z. I've heard that like until 95 is Millennial, and after 2000 is Gen Z, and if you're born in between, then who fucking knows? You exist despite.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how about you were born on this year?
I've heard it called like the Millennial Gen Z gap.
Mm.
So
we're just the gap.
Yeah.
I identify as Millennial because I don't really want to
I
identify as Gen Z because
I identify as the gap.
The gap.
The gap.
Mm-hmm.
I am the gap.
Yeah.
Because my little brother is pretty solidly Gen Z.
Yeah, definitely.
And his whole generation, I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Oh no, they're gonna. I don't know what
Kyle's
all that's
great,
about.
but like his friends are
interesting.
We love Fortnite, but then again, I mean, we were on the same shit, so I don't know. Kids, you can't really judge kids because they're all the same.
I'm not gonna judge kids, but at the same time, it's just like they have never not known like the internet and smartphones and all that shit.
Yeah.
The iPhone came out when he was 2. I was 9.
Yeah.
Like, so I remember, like, back when we had a computer room.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you wanted to go on the computer, you had to go into a room, and that's where you did it, you know? And I also remember, like, before we had projectors in classes, and they just wheeled out the fucking VHS TVs.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say, me and you both watched VHS tapes and shit, so...
I got like 3 Star Wars VHS tapes that I got up there.
Damn. Are they like the OG versions? Because if they are, I'm going to watch those.
I have episode 4 pre-remaster, and then episodes 1 and 2. Episode 1 is pre-CGI Yoda.
Oh.
And then I have 5 and 6 on the way on eBay.
I never really liked the puppet. The pre-CG Yoda in episode 1. I always kind of liked the CG version.
Oh yeah,
better.
The CG version is definitely
like
better.
He looks a little bit too much like a Muppet, like he like his design just doesn't fit, you know.
And it would not be possible to pull off like Yoda's lightsaber fights that he does with a puppet. Like,
I think they should have tried. I would have loved to see that.
Because Yoda is so all over the goddamn place.
Yeah.
Like, he just, like, limps up to the fight, and then he just starts doing fucking flips and shit, and you're just like, what the fuck, Yoda?
Just put him on a string, and then just twist the model around.
Marionette.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Or stop motion.
That would be interesting. I mean, they have stop motion in the earlier Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's what they use for AT-ATs and Tauntauns.
Yeah. I love stop motion. That shit's awesome.
Yeah. But no, anyway, so like we remember all of those experiences.
Yeah.
My little brother, those things might have existed while he was alive, but he doesn't remember it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like the last VHS tapes came out in like 05, 06.
Damn. They were still making them up to that point?
Yeah, because I looked it up.
Guess so. That makes sense.
The reason the last Star Wars to be released on VHS was Episode 2, because I was like, oh, let me get an Episode 3 VHS, and Episode 3 never released on VHS.
That's kind of surprising that they wouldn't at least finish it out.
Yeah, so...
Because, it'll sell.
I know, it's kind of annoying, because it's like, alright, I'll have Episodes 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, but not 3 on VHS.
Yeah.
But, no, it's just interesting. I mean, I remember having a fucking brick Nokia phone.
Oh, yeah. The first one I had, like, if I put it in my palm today, it would probably be that big. And it was like... but I love that hoe. Like, that was exactly what I needed.
Batteries lasted for a fucking week.
Oh my god, yeah. I never charged that hoe.
It was pretty great.
Yeah. I need to find a picture of it, because I actually really miss that phone. Like, that. If I could have that today... Just as a little...
Well, Nokia re-released that model.
Well, the model I'm talking about?
The brick?
No, not the brick.
Well, when I say
like
brick, I mean like the indestructible.
No, it wasn't even a flip. It was literally just like nothing. It was just a little tiny... It was just a rectangle. Yeah, screen numbers.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, no, Nokia re-released those.
Yeah.
It's called like the 3310. They re-released them.
Let me look this shit up.
They've got the same battery... they've got
3310.
Snake, the game of Snake.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Nokia 3310. I hope this is it, because that's fucking cool. No, that's not it.
Okay, the Nokia 3310 is that like iconic model.
Where do I go through and just find mine?
Just be like, old ass Nokia I used to have.
It was similar to this. I know the audience, this is riveting, but
yeah,
it's similar to that. You must remember this, right? Except on the little...
it slid up for the numbers?
No, it didn't slide. It was just a rectangle.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And then it had a directional pad in the center. That, like, literally, that is a perfect phone.
Yeah, I remember when Blackberries were, like, the peak of, like...
sophistication.
Cell phones. Because they had a whole...
You'd still be sophisticated as AF today.
They had like a whole...
If you have a BlackBerry.
They have a whole QWERTY
That's all I'm saying, bro.
keyboard.
You go to New Zealand...
You're just not going to let me talk.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I wanted to do it one more time.
Yeah. But like, they had a whole QWERTY keyboard. That was kind of crazy.
Now I'm just thinking about Blackberries and old phones and Motorola's and shit. I don't know.
Motorola's re-releasing the Razr.
Yeah, but it's gonna be touchscreen.
Yeah, but you can fucking fold it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I mean, I'm not gonna get it, but like,
no, I'm not gonna get it either.
My
next phone, I may get that Nokia.
Yeah, just disconnect from the internet, bro. Like, it's
for real,
completely.
Well, I think I might be able to do a little some on there.
Yeah, I mean, there will be like a little internet access.
I want to watch YouTube videos.
Oh gosh. No, there are people that like really do like just get rid of their iPhones because they're like, I need a flip phone because I'm too addicted to like the internet and shit.
Oh yeah, I'm yeah.
Which
I don't really know a single person that isn't.
Yeah. Does your iPhone send you like screen reports for every week? Like how long your screen is on?
It doesn't send me, but I know I can like go look at that.
Mine sends me it, and it's fucking terrifying. Because it's like, and here's the thing, it's gone up because I use my phone for my job now. So, but it'll be like, your screen time averaged 10 hours a day, and I'm like, excuse me? Like, because I work Uber Eats, and so I always have my phone on for navigation while I'm doing it, and then I have it on so I can accept orders and stuff like that. But it's still, like, even before that, it was like 6 hours a day or 5 hours a day, and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
That is 1/4 of my waking hours staring at this fucking rectangle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then again, that could be a lot of stuff that you're not necessarily staring. You just have like a YouTube video going and you're doing something else.
Or like you left your phone on.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, but that's got to be in the minority.
Yeah,
by far.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We sound like a bunch of crackheads making excuses.
Just like, bro, I'm not. That's
I'm
no
not
problem.
addicted to my phone.
Yeah.
But
Fuck
I mean,
it.
yeah, that
Fuck it. Modern
yeah.
life.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Bro,
Yeah.
I love that TV show.
Really, I've never seen
Honestly.
it.
I've seen it, but I didn't watch a lot as a kid.
I watched like episodes if it was on at like 3 a.m. or something.
My sister said
Yeah.
it scared her back in the day.
Bitch, shut up. You never
No.
watched Mr. Meaty.
Oh, okay.
Courage the
that's,
Coward.
That's a good point.
Sorry, I
The
love your
Courage the
sister.
Cowardly Dog.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do not mean to call her a bitch.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah. What you just said and what he just said had some creepy
What did
energy.
you just say?
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I rewatched that like a year or two ago, and the first episode, I was like, dang, like one of the doors had like 666, that was like the hotel number in the background. I was like, they really hiding stuff.
The very last episode where they just have like the white head with like the black eyes, and it's like a floating actual human head, like on the screen, and it's like it's pretty, like, as a kid, I never saw it as a kid, but like if I did, I would have been permanently scarred.
Oh yeah, no, there was one that's like, they go into like a banana world, and Muriel is like amnesiac, or an amnesiac, so she just like keeps eating bananas, and they're all fucking horrified. And it comes to light that she might have accidentally ate one of the sentient banana babies. And it's just like, I watched that when I was like 8. Like,
let me just pull up a picture of the shit that I'm talking about.
we watched that episode because it was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is, but I remember you were telling, it was like me, you, and Jake Heckendorn. You were telling us about it, so we watched it.
Mm-hmm. It's like, it's really not that big of a deal watching it now, but it's like as a kid,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it would have fucked me up.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Then Mr. Meaty, just not
Yeah,
even
do
talk
you know about that?
Yeah, that's the restaurant one, right?
They
Yeah,
The
should-
two,
the
like...
two like puppets.
Oh, hell no. No, that would...
Like that's about as scary as you can get. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, send me a picture of that. I'll put it up on the YouTube version.
that's
Yeah.
fucked up. They knew what they were doing. They were
Yeah.
like, some kid's gonna see this late at night and just be like, my whole month is ruined. Like,
Yeah, no, that shit got to me, especially because, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bitch when I was a kid. Like, I did not like anything scary.
I mean,
And so,
that's
like,
understandable.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, like, Trojan horsed its way into being one of my regular shows.
Yeah.
Well, like
'cause
a
I
lot
was-
of the episodes weren't nearly as creepy, you know?
Yeah, but then once every 4 or 5 episodes, you just have a horrifying one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
I don't know. That's the only one that really, really creeped me out.
yeah. I mean, there's definitely others.
The
I
one where he
can't
said,
think of.
"Return to flat," and it's like the dude like out in the wood, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, there's also one where Courage uses Eustace and Muriel's bodies as puppets at the end of season, like dead bodies as puppets
Oh,
at the end of season
damn!
1.
What the fuck?
And there's a theory that like every episode after season 1 is actually just Courage reenacting
Shenanigans.
shenanigans using Eustace and Muriel as puppets.
See, I kind of fucking hate fan theories because they're
Yeah.
stupid. It's like, that's
Some
a
of
cool
them-
idea, bro. You know it's not true, and it's not true.
Some of them turn out to be true, like the whole SpongeBob one at Bikini Atoll.
Oh yeah. I mean, okay, stuff like that, but like what you just specifically said, like about them having dead bodies. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Do you
Like-
not know the SpongeBob at Bikini Atoll?
No.
So Bikini Atoll is what's Bikini Bottom is named for, and it's where the U.S. did tons of nuclear testing.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why there's like live, like human, like fish down there is because of like nuclear radiation and mutation and stuff like that.
And why is Goo Lagoon toxic to them or whatever?
Well,
because
Goo Lagoon is water underwater, which can happen.
Yeah. A lot of we were having an argument at work or something because we'll like play SpongeBob in the kitchen and stuff. Like, yeah, I work at Outback and we watch SpongeBob in the back kitchen.
That's amazing.
It's pretty great. And like one of my coworkers was like, "The show's so fucking stupid. How is there supposed to be water underwater?" And I was like, "That's actually a thing. Like that actually happens because like there is like heavier water."
Yeah, there's water that has denser materials in it, and so it sinks to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Or like something like under, I think it was Antarctica or something. Like under the ice in Antarctica, there's like a perfectly like preserved lake.
Really?
Like under all the ice or some shit. That's what I've like. That
was some video
I was watching the other day.
I wonder if there's fish frozen in there or some shit.
Yeah.
Or the Loch Ness Monster. Oh yeah, I never even told y'all about Bigfoot.
Yeah. What's up with Bigfoot?
I kind of believe in Bigfoot.
That's it?
Yeah, he's real. That's just real.
Thank you, Trey.
So like my brother showed me this shit, and there's like a couple different. Obviously, there's just personal accounts from people, and like there was this one guy that's a psychiatrist, and he talks about like seeing his family being watched, and he was like up on a hill like peeing, and he saw like a Sasquatch looking at them, and if you ever go back,
Sasquatch looking at his dick, that's kind of gay.
and Sasquatch is like come here, but whatchamacallit, no, and if you go back and watch the really famous footage of him like walking in the thing, it's like they've gone back and like digitally restored all of that, and it's like, for what people have tried to go back and make an ape suit that's that good, like with what have been present at the time that the guys who made it, and it's like it looks like a real ape.
Here's the thing. My belief is that there is like a real Bigfoot creature.
Yeah.
But I think it's like a mutated ass bear. Like,
I don't know.
I think there's some horrible, poor ass bear that just got tons of genetic deformities.
It can't be one bear, because a lot of people have had a lot of different sightings. Like,
I mean,
everywhere.
maybe it's like it's happened to like 2 or 3 bears, and everyone else.
2 or 3.
Crazy.
It's a lot more sightings.
You know, like 90% of the people who say they've seen Bigfoot are full of shit.
I don't know.
Like, even if you're like a real Bigfoot,
I'm trying to go hunt Bigfoot, because if I find that fool.
Bro, they made a whole TV show about finding Bigfoot, and they never found.
Yeah,
Bigfoot.
but they had Bobo. Bobo fucked up all the plans on every episode.
What I want to know is
damn old Bobo.
What
we would have had him.
Say like this, be like, this is the Bigfoot mating call, and then they're like, how do you know what a Bigfoot mating call is? Like, what information are you going on?
Some guy, the one that I'm talking about, the doctor, he was saying that it made like a very like. Like
Me
that
too, bitchy. It's special.
But yeah, Bigfoot's real. I'll prove it one day, Collin. I'll prove it. And once we go that Bigfoot convention, like next year,
it'll be better if we go this upcoming year, because we'll actually have like.
I'll look up some other Bigfoot conventions.
We can, but we'll be more prepared this year than we would have been last year.
Yeah. We need to just get a recording device or some shit. And then a camera.
Zach.
What?
You want to go to a Bigfoot convention?
I'd actually be totally down. That sounds
it, like,
pretty
at the
lit.
very least, it would be very interesting.
Yeah.
They found footprints, and literally, like, first of all, they're way too detailed to be, like, fake. Like, they have so many, like, muscle fucking imprints, and then, like, the little markings in the shit go vertically like a primate's do. And, like, they're just big-ass feet tracks.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
And a lot of people go missing in, like, national parks and shit like that.
Me too.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Bigfoot's
that was because
real.
people thought I killed myself, not because of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But
what if Bigfoot got you? Then they would have thought you did.
Damn.
But then he takes you to his cave and he's like, yo, I'm going to shave myself and you're going to put all this fur on and you're going to be one of us. And you're like, I don't want to. And he's like, I'll fucking break you in half.
Valid point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some shit Bigfoot would say. Dead ass. He don't take no jive.
I mean, do you know who Jane Goodall is?
No. Is she related to Bigfoot in any way?
I mean, if Bigfoot is real, we all are. But no, Jane Goodall is like the most famous like monkey scientist, like primatologist or whatever you call it, that has ever lived, basically. She apparently like went to go live with monkeys or some shit. She's who Jane and Tarzan was named.
Oh, okay. Literally, as you were saying that popped in my head.
Yeah. So yeah, she believes in Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I feel like it's a big possibility.
Well, like think about it. Like think about how much of America is just woods.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure, there are hikers going through, but the majority of the time, no one's out there. So it's like...
Here's the thing. With me, it's just... If Bigfoot were real, I feel like we would have found, like, concrete evidence by now.
We have those damn footprints.
No, we'd have, like, a video. Like,
can you pull it up real
quick?
An
HD video
pull up
of
the
Bigfoot.
They've, like, done resolution. It looks like there's no seams in it or anything. Like, it just looks like a body. It doesn't look like a suit in any way.
I don't know, but...
And it's got titties. Like, I'm being serious.
It has
titties. He said, click, tap.
Give me a second.
No.
Bigfoot.
Shit, you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, sure.
I'll pull it up.
I mean...
This is some cool shit. I don't know.
Bigfoot.
But once we get him on for an interview...
I believe in Bigfoot just as much as I believe in aliens. Just because... Like,
I believe in Bigfoot more.
I believe in aliens more.
I believe in Bigfoot more.
I feel like there's just like... They both have like the kind of same evidence, like pictures or like videos for the most part.
Have any of y'all ever heard of Bob Lazar?
Bob Lazar. No.
That sounds familiar.
He's really famous because he worked in Area 51, and he claims that he was part of like a top secret research project where he basically worked on an alien spaceship. And he said that the US had like inside of Area 51 has like, or it's like a subsection of Area 51 has like 9 alien spaceships, like different alien spaceships. And that they figured out that basically they're studying them, and that the aliens have like achieved artificial gravity in some kind of like weird reactor.
I'm not even laughing because it sounds like I'm not like making fun of it. It's just like that's just funny to me.
That's what he's claiming, and he doesn't have super concrete evidence for that, but there is like solid evidence that like he did work in Area 51.
Mm-hmm.
There's evidence
Wouldn't they have like murked his ass? Or
but there's evidence that he basically said because he went public with it, they can't
because
kill him.
that'll prove it.
But they said that like the U.S. government is basically like doxed all of his like friends and family.
Damn.
And like
they're no better than 4chan.
Like, he doesn't have he can't find like a birth certificate anymore. He can't find evidence of like his college graduation anymore.
Well, shit, then
like that, all that shit has been like erased from the databanks and shit like that. And that they even claimed that he never worked in Area 51 until somebody found, which he always claimed he did, but until somebody found like a phone book directory for, I guess, people that work in Area 51, and his name was in it, working where he said he did. And so that's like,
I don't know. There's also a lot of other stories about national parks that go way crazier. A lot of people have said a lot of shit, but who knows? All right, so like, watch this shit.
I don't like this intro.
Whoa, fucking Minecraft intro.
Artist Wayne Downsent.
like he goes through in this video and points out like how that one's far away, but it has more close up clips. But he talks about like how it's moving, like
that's the famous picture. Everyone's seen that picture.
But I mean, yeah. See, it was just two dudes, like they were just outdoorsmen. That looks like a giant fucking just ape to me.
His titties.
Yeah, big old titties. The guy in the video points out like how like the hand and everything and like how it's like it moves like an ape.
I don't know. I mean,
let's see the pictures of elephants and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Have to do with Bigfoot?
Let's see. Like, look at everything about it. Like, that looks like a giant fucking ape person.
It does, but like, it could just as easily be a costume.
How? There have been people that have tried to make a costume using anything from that time period that those guys could have gotten their hands on, and like, they were like, yeah, making something that looks like that is...
When was that video taken?
That? Like 1967? Something like that? Or some shit.
So, like, Star Wars was, like, 10 years after
but
that.
But for two independent dudes...
Star Wars budget could remake that.
A Star Wars budget, not just two guys.
Maybe they were costume designers.
They weren't. They were just dudes. Then, like, I don't even know why he goes through this shit. This is, like, super grainy-ass footage. But, like, that looks... He points out just, like, the body structure.
I am unable to disprove it, but... I still just think it's sus.
I don't know. I'm in. I'm a believer.
Here's the thing. So many scientists have just came out and said, like, Bigfoot is just dumb. It's not possible.
Okay.
It's the same thing as, like, flat Earth. It's like, so if everyone's denying it, what's the point?
What do you mean?
Like, what is the point of people denying that Bigfoot, like scientists saying that Bigfoot isn't real or possible or whatever?
Have they looked through everything? Have they looked at what that guy...
Yeah, scientists, like, or at least... When I was listening to an interview with, like, Neil deGrasse Tyson where they're asking him about all sorts of shit. And he's like, yeah, Bigfoot's bullshit.
This is scientist... he's one scientist. Scientists weigh in on Bigfoot.
Bro, what are their degrees? Is that a Kid Cudi album?
No, that's just generic ass.
Oh, that looked like the Kid Cudi album cover, except without the... You know what I'm talking about.
Not really.
Okay, whatever.
Which one?
The one that Day and Night is on.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, thank you, Zach.
I'm not a big Bigfoot person. Or I'm not a big Kid Cudi guy. Like,
Me neither.
I like some of his shit.
I have like 2 songs of his that I like. But...
Day and Night is the only song
I mean, he's definitely... It's more than... It's quite a few songs, but like I also think Kid Cudi is a little bit majorly overrated.
Kid Cudi,
like because a lot of people found him in middle school, and like taste isn't necessarily all the way refined in middle school. There's a lot of shit from middle school that I don't really like as much anymore, but I really liked then.
Yeah, I mean,
and I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking Kid Cudi or anything like that, but it's like, damn, some people are literally like, he's the most fucking amazing artist.
I haven't met
like,
anybody like that since like early high school.
But they're still out there. Like,
Probably.
There's hella people like that, and it's just like, no disrespect, but like, man's ain't that amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He ain't
Kid
no
Cudi
Bigfoot.
Is I was about to say, Kid
He ain't
Cudi's
no damn
definitely
Bigfoot.
more real than Bigfoot.
I'd agree with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd say...
Like, has Bigfoot hopped on an album with Kanye?
Not yet.
That's some true shit. Does Bigfoot have a Kanye feature or any of this shit?
Yeah.
Damn.
Joel
Yeah,
Osteen
once
has
I bet I'm gonna find that the foot video where they talk about feet and it's just about feet and they just talk about feet.
You know what a foot fetish is? I have the opposite of that.
You have foot repellent brain.
I see feet and it's just like instant like I would much rather date a girl with like bionic feet.
Whoa.
Just take those things off so she doesn't have feet.
Bionic feet. What? What?
Okay, that was a joke. I have to explain.
I know. No, but I bet whenever we go to this Bigfoot convention, you're going to be like, whoa.
I'm going to become a believer.
You will, I bet. Just, I don't know, bro. Bigfoot's real.
Alright.
I'm just on that train now.
I'm not, Zach.
Huh?
Are you convinced?
Are you convinced?
I wouldn't say I'm convinced, but I'm not going to say it's not real. That's like kind of how I am with like Bigfoot and aliens. It's because it's like there is like slight evidence out there. And there is like, I mean like video proof and stuff of both. I feel like it's a possibility, but like until like I see it myself, or if there's like actual concrete facts of like, yo, this dude just like fucking murked a Bigfoot. And it's like right here. Well, there was that one story,
yes,
that one dude.
The picture, I remember them showing that on the news, and that was like so funny to me because I knew that was fake like as a kid, and I wasn't a believer back then. I hadn't been red pilled, but whatchamacallit. I just remember like these two like hick ass dudes, and it's like a gorilla suit in an ice chest, and they're just like, I don't even know, but that picture cracked me up.
No, I remember on an episode of Finding Bigfoot, there was a guy who killed, quote unquote, killed a Bigfoot. And
I'm about to go buy every season on DVD.
Wait, are you talking about the one where he had it in his shed or some shit?
No, he said he killed a Bigfoot, brought it back to his house, like, and his wife and kids all saw it, and then felt bad because there was a baby Bigfoot next to the Bigfoot. So he went back and gave the Bigfoot a proper burial.
Nice.
And so then they go to investigate the site and where this Bigfoot was supposedly buried. And it's like this guy has obviously just created a bunch of like scuff marks around the place. And there's no Bigfoot there anymore. And he was like, oh, the other Bigfoots must have dug it up and given it like a proper like Bigfoot burial. And I'm like,
how did the Bigfoot squad handle that? What did they think? Did they buy it?
I don't remember.
Damn, bro.
I just remember being like, this is the most full of shit guy I have ever seen on this show. Because he was like, yeah, I didn't take any pictures of the Bigfoot that I killed. It was in my truck.
So it's unnatural. I didn't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah, it's like, I was just watching it. I was like, holy shit. Like, if I killed a Bigfoot right now, first thing I would do is I'd post that shit on Instagram.
Yeah. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, all that shit.
Be like,
you gain
Captain Bigfoot.
Bro, that would literally become the meme of that like a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Like that would be the meme.
Bro, podcast would blow up.
Oh shit.
Like, you know how when people blow up on Twitter and underneath they'll like plug something? Mm-hmm. I just tweet like a picture of me with like Bigfoot's decapitated head.
I wouldn't want to decapitate him. That's a little bit hardcore.
And then I'd be like, yo, just killed myself with Bigfoot. And then it'd blow up, and then underneath I'd be like, hey, check out this podcast, though. Maybe be like, I'll tell the story of how I killed this Bigfoot on the podcast.
Yeah. I just, like... I mean, there's not really anything that's that unbelievable about it.
But at the same time, it's like there's nothing that's super believable. It's like, I can't disprove it, but I still think it's bullshit.
Maybe he's the missing link.
He is the missing link. I bet they're actually really intelligent, and if we talk to them, they tell us a little bit what for.
Be like, Bigfoot, what do you think of Kanye's album?
He said that shit's fire.
Like, it is intelligent.
It is intelligent.
Or like, Bigfoot, like, who's your favorite rapper? I don't know, bro. Cardi B kind of slaps, and it's like, oh, god damn it.
No, he listens. He's like
stupid.
No, he's like, damn, bro, young boy though. Bigfoot listens to NBA young boy. Oh man. Oh. So are we coming up on time? Like,
I feel like we are. We're talking about Bigfoot listening to NBA young boy. I feel like that's a good sign that we should start to wrap things up.
Mm-hmm. Wrap things up. Just like NBA YoungBoy rap, but he doesn't wrap it up. He just spreads herpes.
and beats his girlfriend.
Does he?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Damn.
saw that video today.
Well, I saw that video
Bigfoot
like 2
wouldn't
years
do
ago, and that's why I stopped. Well, I never listened to him in the first place. I was never at any point like, damn, this NBA YoungBoy kind of hitting. But like, he had a song on Lil Boat 2 with Yachty,
that verse is still amazing.
and it's called like NBA Young Boat.
Mm-hmm. 17 with 4 babies, yeah. A lot of money, no, they hate me, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Well, those are our 2 lines from the song.
But it's just also accurate on like my feelings towards NBA YoungBoy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, there was a video that came out like 6 months before that of him just like beating the shit out of his pregnant girlfriend.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
And she claimed it as like horseplay. They were.
Yeah.
I think a week before that, you know what's really interesting is a week before that she came out as a Bigfoot believer, and then NBA knows the truth, and he was like, why would you tell them the truth about
Yeah,
Bigfoot?
he's in the Illuminati. He was big
He's
enough
like,
to be in the Illuminati. And the
Don't talk
Illuminati
about
is the
Bigfoot.
leader of anti-Bigfoot agenda.
Yeah. Trayvon Martin knew. all these motherfuckers, they all knew. Franz Ferdinand, all of them. They all knew about Bigfoot. We spent so much time talking about, like, I haven't really been on my shit this episode, so I'm going ham in the later.
Yeah. Trayvon Martin was killed because he knew about Bigfoot. Holy shit. God damn.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
Franz Ferdinand too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So World War I was started over Bigfoot.
Yep.
Makes sense.
He told the Black Hand, he was like, listen, I'm going to go out and tell everyone about it. And they were like, bet, do it. We dare you.
And then he sent... Oh, what?
Gustavo or what
No,
was his
I
name?
can't remember the guy's name. I usually remember his name.
Felipe something? Philippe?
There's like an F in there.
I think
don't
it's-
Philippe,
I
but
don't-
it's something... Yeah, some
He
dude
shot that one
killed
guy.
Ferdinand, and people killed each other, and it led to anime.
Did it?
Well, you've never seen that meme where it's like the dominoes, and the first one says like the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and then the big domino says like anime or hentai.
Damn. That's intense.
But like,
I
do you
think
know
I may
how
have
it's
seen
connected?
that. I'm guessing something to do with like rule over Japan, and then Japan having to create art or some shit.
Yeah, it's basically like murder of Franz Ferdinand. He got killed. Led to World War One. World War One led to Germany, like getting super like butt fucked financially after World War One, which led to Hitler coming to power, saying that he was gonna unbutt fuck everybody.
Nice.
Which led to a huge war, which led to Japan joining forces with Hitler, which led to Pearl Harbor,
Oh shit.
which led to the U.S. joining the war and fucking dropping 2 atom bombs on...
Yeah.
Or not Pearl Harbor. They did not do Pearl Harbor. On Nagasaki, Hiroshima, which led to like U.S. occupation and stimulation of like the Japanese economy and government, which led to like Japanese artists not being able to like express like or like do any form of pornography.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that,
Sexual repression.
Yeah, sexual repression. So because of that, they had to like, there could be penises, but they just draw like these Japanese girls getting like
Squid.
tentacles in their pussies and shit.
Nice.
And
That's what I'm here
Yeah.
for.
that's how that happens.
Do you think there's any Bigfoot
Zach?
porn?
No, I know there is.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you remember that picture that you sent Jake of the
Pterodactyls?
pterodactyl
Yeah.
porn?
Yeah. And then I think his parents saw it.
I thought it was your parents saw it because y'all all had the
you're
shared
right.
iCloud.
Yeah, you're right. And I was like, Mom, it was a meme.
Trey, I understand if you like this, but it's
Said
not
they've
what
been
Jesus
gone-
would want.
Said they've been gone for 1.6 million years. They're not coming back.
I would have liked to be in the room to see how your mom handled that situation.
It really wasn't that big of a deal.
It wasn't?
No. I was just like, Mom, that shit's funny. I'm like...
Yeah, because, like, I know, like, if my dad found anything like that, he'd just, like, bust in and be like, so you're like lizard fucking, huh?
Yeah. And...
Yeah. Yeah, and Dad, you can't repress my scaly feelings.
So I'm an adult. I can express how slimy I feel as a reptile. I don't fucking know.
The Shape of Water.
Yeah. I was in that movie.
You were?
Yeah. I was a stunt double for the squid guy.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How'd it go?
It was nice.
How was your experience working with Guillermo?
It was very nice.
What stunts did you double for?
The part where he was underwater.
Oh,
I
really?
was- yeah, I can hold my breath real long, so I was down there. They put me in all the makeup and they said, "All right, hop in," and I was like, "Bet."
That's great to hear, Trey. I'm glad your stunt double career took off
Yep.
because of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's really time to end this.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, Zach, is there anything you want to like shout out or plug, or just be like, "Hey, my Instagram"?
Well, I guess I can mention a little bit about it.
I also want to say I wasn't trying to pressure you to say that.
Yeah. No. But be keeping out for a up and coming podcast called the Mary Jane Network. It is exactly what the name implies. So if you like a bunch of friends like and getting together talking about random stuff with a little twist on it, if you know what I mean, keep your ears out for that.
Yeah.
Coming up next year.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. And anything else? That's it. I'm not pressuring you to. I'm just saying, like, if you have anything else you want to shout out.
Bigfoot, yes or no?
Follow me on Instagram at Zach_Feeney. And yes, I believe in Bigfoot.
Yes.
I'll just claim that.
Bet.
All right.
I'll become a believer.
On that note, smash like. Please, for the love of fuck, somebody buy a sticker.
And share with a friend.
That's
like, honestly, that's my number one thing. If you do anything,
yeah,
share this.
That's if you enjoy listening to this podcast, come up to your friend, be like, "Hey,
do you like podcasts?
Yeah, you like podcasts? I've got this podcast for you." Don't tell them like how small of an operation this is.
No, tell them whatever you want.
Like,
say,
these
hey,
guys
give
are
it
the
a
next
chance.
Joe Rogan.
What?
I said, be like, these guys are the next like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're blowing up. I mean, we haven't done it yet.
We're not all individually Joe Rogan, but together we are Joe Rogan.
One Collin and one Trey equals a Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm. And then other people that come on are the
celebrities.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, like his regulars. Like, Zach, you can be Eddie Bravo.
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
Or like Elon Musk.
Yeah, I was asking a little bit more like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's...
But yeah.
Okay, wait. One more thing I was going to say.
Yeah.
Was if you live in a rural area, probably in like Portland, that sort of part of the country, or like Canada or something, because I know we got our Canadian listeners out there. Whoop whoop! Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Canucks, man. If y'all see a Bigfoot, take a picture.
I think we have literally one listen from Canada.
Well, hopefully he in Alberta or something, because I know there's some Yetis out there.
When it comes to international views, the most are from Brazil.
We're more in like
Germany.
Saudi Arabia.
I don't think there's one in Saudi. There's like Brazil, Germany, France, Australia, and Singapore.
Papua New Guinea?
Papua New Guinea. I don't believe any in Papua
People
New Guinea.
that listen to y'all's podcast?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, there's...
Can we see how much time they have spent listening so we can really see who the real fans are?
I can't really... Wooshka doesn't give me like that much analytics. They just tell me about listens. Damn. But it's not super regular, although I've seen Australia and Germany both be consistent. There's one person in Wolfsburg, Germany that has enjoyed the most recent few episodes of the podcast. So shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, or sis.
German or sis. Yeah.
How the fuck? Wait, I guess they gotta be speaking English to understand this shit. That's wild.
Yeah.
Do they even know what Bigfoot is? Like, they may have been, like, how well known is Bigfoot in other part of the world? Other parts?
I feel like in the other parts of the world it'd be considered a Yeti.
Yeah, like you go to Russia and they're going to be like,
Yeti?
I don't know about no Bigfoot, but Yetis, we got those.
So my grandma got big feet. My babushka. Okay, alright, yeah, we gotta really cut this out.
Okay. But yeah.
Okay, thank you for listening.
Like, share, subscribe.
Share. All right. Bye.
Peace.
Bigfoot.